Are you tired of goals that just fall flat? You know, the kind that live in a forgotten spreadsheet and never truly spark your team's best work? Well, what if I told you that there is a framework that could change everything? We're talking clarity, alignment, and measurable results that actually move the needle. Today we're diving into the world of OKRs, and more than that, we're going to show you how game-changing software solutions can transform your OKR journey from a headache into a superpower. Stick around, you won't want to miss that. Frameworks like OKR, which stands for Objectives and Key Results, provide a powerful roadmap, but their true potential is unleashed when seamlessly integrated with your execution platform. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you today. But before we get there, let me explain shortly what are OKRs, which is crucial to understand the framework itself. So we have the O, which stands for objectives, and these are quantitative, ambitious, and clearly defined goals which state what you want to achieve. They should be inspirational, memorable, and aligned with broader vision. A simple objective might be delight your customers or become the market leader. On the other hand, we have the key result. These are quantitative, measurable outcomes that define how you will achieve your objective. So you could say that they answer the questions: how would we know if we have achieved our objective? Key results are typically numerical, since you want to measure them. They should be also specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. An example could be capture 25% of the market share in Q4. Also, one more important thing, there should be ambitious but achievable, and their progress must be easily trackable. So OKRs are typically set quarterly and help organizations align their efforts, focus on priorities, and track progress toward challenging goals. One more important thing is that OKR focuses on outcomes rather than output. So what is the difference? An output is what you do or what you produce. It's the tangible stuff that you create. Outcome, on the other hand, is the effect, change, or benefit that results from your outputs. It is the reason why you did the output in the first place. So now that we know the theory, let's put it into practice. While there are several powerful tools available on the market, and the market itself is quite huge and it is estimated to be around 3 billion by 2030, we'll start with one of our favorite solutions or tools available in the Atlassian's ecosystem called BigPicture. BigPicture is a project and portfolio management app for Jira, and if you're new to our channel, you will find plenty of videos explaining how to work with the tool. You will also find free and paid training for BigPicture if you want to speed up your career. But back to the tool. So the first thing worth mentioning is that the new OKR module available in BigPicture is available for BigPicture Enterprise users only. So if you have a standard version of BigPicture, you will not be able to benefit from this powerful module. Actually, if you're familiar with the Atlassian's marketplace, you might have already seen the OKR module in action, because it was a standalone app before Appfire, or the vendor responsible for BigPicture, acquired the company and decided to add it as one of the BigPicture Enterprise module. And that was definitely a great decision, since BigPicture Enterprise was lacking in a sense that for its price it should deliver more value, and that's exactly what it is doing right now. So I am in my Jira, and this is Jira Cloud, and I've already opened BigPicture and the OKR module. So let's have a look at the interface. It's quite clean. We start with the OKR overview. Keep in mind that I've actually created a dedicated big picture box or a container for my work items and for my, in that case, OKR strategy. So I called it Genius Gecko OKR strategy. And the first view you'll see is the OKR overview. There are actually three different modes. So we have the OKR overview, which provides an overview of your objectives and key results in a hierarchical structure. You'll see that there's plenty of columns here, plenty of information about your objectives and your key results. So here I do have an objective. When I hover over it, it says launch a highly successful new feature that delights users and drives adoption. I'll show you how to create objectives shortly, and this objective consists of three key results which are measurable. So for example, achieve 90% positive sentiment in post-launch user survey regarding the new feature by Q4 2024. So I already have defined the time frame for achieving this key result, but that's not all, and we'll get to that in a second. You can also create sub-objectives and show how they contribute to your larger objectives. You can actually also see the linked Jira issues, and that's the link to the execution platform that I mentioned in the intro to this video. The second view is the OKR hierarchy. So let me zoom out a little bit and adjust the view. So in this view you see OKRs as a family tree for your company's goals. It shows you how your company's vision, or the largest goal of all, is broken down into smaller, more achievable steps, which can be taken by different teams. So what do we see here, or actually what the users see here? They can clearly see how their work contributes to larger goals. We also have another mode here called progress dashboards, which is quite a typical dashboard, I would say, that tells you about the progress you are making with achieving the key results and the goals itself, plus some interesting sections here. For example, how many objectives moved from off track to on track. So that's quite an interesting indicator telling me that we've actually saved our objective or key results in that case. Or simply just started working on something. That's another good news. We have a section for OKRs that are off track with some updates and the person responsible, progress, and of course description. So I did not add a description here, but that would be the most important part of that actual OKR, which got off track. So we want to know why it did got off track, investigate, and apply corrective actions. We also have OKRs that are at risk, as well as the statuses of our OKRs over time. There's also the settings section, so I won't dive deep here, but what I really like here is BigPicture also implemented AI, so it will help you in creating or auto-generating key results, as an example, based on your objective, which saves a lot of time. So I see that BigPicture is catching up to the latest trends, and that's definitely great. You can define the different periods for which you want to plan your objectives and key results. So typically there would be quarters, or you can do it for whole years, or actually define your own period. You can use labels to tag your objectives and group them. You can also create teams. And this is something that I think will be addressed soon, but for now, teams in the BigPicture's OKR modules do not actually sync with nor BigPicture teams nor Jira teams. They do sync with Jira groups, so that's definitely great, but I'll be looking forward to more integration in that area, since why can't I use just one team that I've already defined within the tool, and now I have to create some other teams, so that could be improved. There are by default 3 different OKR types. So company, that would be the largest ones, personal and at the team level, but you can also create your own types. There are also some saved views, notifications. So this is in particular important because we do want to keep track of what's going on and we want to get notified if something's going off track or is at risk. So it has its own notification systems and can send either reminders to make updates, which is also very important, or simply shoots an email when there is a new comment or a new update or new reply or new mention. So that's definitely great. There are also different levels of permissions, including full access, global settings, control, editing, and some advanced setup. I won't dive deep into that. And some time and language settings as well as API integration. So quite a good start, quite a lot of things we can do within this app. Now let's get back to our OKR overview. So I've already mentioned that I did create objectives, and let's try to create a new one. So you have the new objective button right here. Let's say I would like to improve or significantly improve customer satisfaction and loyalty. That's a high level objective that I cannot really measure that well, and that's why I would need to add some more information about my key results. Now I can set the period here, so let's set it for Q4 2025. Expected start date is calculated automatically for me. Expected end in 5 months. That's great. Let's say it's a team objective. I will be the owner. I can also add collaborators and assign teams. So let's say that marketing team will be responsible for that. And I can also tag it with a label, marketing. So far so good. Let's hit create and let's see what happens. Now I'm in the detailed view of the objective itself, so it was created for me. I see the entered information in the side panel. I do have the option to suggest key results, so I am going to use that. I really love that feature. Let's say what it came up with. Increase customer satisfaction score by 20%, achieve a net promoter score of 50, reduce customer complaint resolution time to under 24. This sounds like good ideas, so let me use them and select all of them and hit create. Voila, so my work is done here. No, I'm just joking. Of course, there's plenty of other things that I need to do within this app here. But at least I have a list of my key results and they are measurable. So the period is already set, just like within the case of my objective itself. It saves quite a lot of time, but I see that there are some other options available here as well. So for example, let's try to edit one of these key results. Alright, so I see here in this detailed section, I see the progress chart. I see the data that I've just entered. I see the weight here. So I've created 5. So by default, for each of them, the weight score is set to 20%. Of course, I can change that. Let's assign it to also the marketing team. And let's see what else can we do here. We can convert to auto key result. What does this mean? Key results can be linked to your execution platform. And in our case, the execution platform is Jira itself. So that means that I can link them to actual Jira issues or work items if we use the latest terminology. So what happens when the convert to auto OKR is selected? In that case, BigPicture will check the status of the linked Jira issues and update the progress based on their status automatically for you. So you don't have to go back and forth and check all the status. Now, if I scroll down here, I'll see the link or the list of linked issues. So let me edit it and let's add some linked issues. So for example, I would like to implement a feedback loop system for the net promotion score responses. Let's hit create. Let's create another one. Another would be analyze common themes for NPS feedback. So I think that 2 will be good enough. I can also select the Jira project or specific issue types or apply filters to browse through the list of existing issues, but I'm not going to do that. So as soon as I've done that, now let me refresh my browser. Now as soon as I've done that, they will appear in the linked issues section on a Kanban board, so they show me the status. Now I can't really update the status from here, but I can just click on the issue and change its status. So let's say this one is already in progress and the other one is already done. So as soon as I updated the progress, they moved to the correct column, and you'll see here that I've already achieved the progress, although I planned for Q4. My mistake here, I worked too fast, but my current progress is already 50% based on the status of the issue that I've just linked. So far so good, so we're almost there. Target value is 2 for that key result. Alright, let's go back. Now what can we see here in this view? I mentioned that there's plenty of information in this table. So we do see the teams, we do see the labels, we do see the progress of our objectives, quite an important column. We'll see their status, we'll see the weight, latest update with the comment, the date of last update, expected start date, start value, current value, and target value. So we can also close and grade the objective. Let's say it is on track. Let's hit close and grade. And when we close a key result in that case, you can post the final update. There are different statuses such as success, incomplete, failed, rescheduled, and cancelled. So let's say we succeeded. And you can also grade it using a 0 to 1 score. So let's grade it to 0.6 and hit close. Here in that case we'll see that we've almost achieved the result. We also have the alignment section, which allows you to show linked key results and dependencies. So I can use links such as is blocked by or blocked, so something similar that you're already familiar with in Jira. I can list the contributors or other objectives and view created copies. So far so good. Let's have a look at the OKR hierarchy. What can we do here? There's not that many options. There's plenty of information, however, on the actual objective itself. So whenever they are broken down into key results, you will also see that we can zoom in, zoom out, and view information such as the description, team, period, the status, the most important, along with the progress and the weight. Here, of course, I can also create new objectives. And within the progress dashboard, we have the team progress. So I did make progress since last week's plus 41.3%. I have one objective off track. It looks way better when it comes to key results, and the already explained section, so I won't get into details here. However, I do see here something in red which catches my attention, and that's exactly what this is used for. So that's one of the tools or one of the solutions that can help you managing your objectives and key results. You might have noticed I didn't demonstrate how to integrate OKRs with BigPicture and how to configure BigPicture to make the most of this powerful module. Nor did I dive into effective OKR based planning. If you're interested in learning more about this or any other unaddressed parts of this module or BigPicture, just drop us an email and we'll schedule a dedicated meeting for you where we can also advise on best practices to ensure your OKR process is successful. Now, if you're looking for a more sophisticated and more advanced tool for managing your objectives and key results, one of the solutions that we can recommend is called OBoard. And this is something that is, first of all, way more powerful than BigPicture, way more advanced. It's a standalone app, and I haven't really seen a tool that addresses so many things when it comes to the OKR framework. It looks like it has similar section. We have that dashboard with the reports, with our objectives, right? They are grouped by departments here. We can group the objectives by department, so we have the different groups here: product, engineering, QA, for which we can create objectives, edit them. It does similar things to what BigPicture does, but offers way more when it comes to functionalities. And I think we're gonna record a dedicated video about this powerful tool, or even compare one to the other or to other solutions available within the Atlassian's ecosystems. There's also the Atlassian's Focus or Atlassian's Goals tools that help you do the same. But just to let you know that if your needs exceed what I've just shown you in this video, we do strongly recommend that you check out the O-Board tool. I won't be diving deeper in this video because that would take me another hour or so. But again, I do strongly recommend that you do that, or just wait for our next video. So as you've seen today, BigPicture has grown quite significantly. There are plenty of alternatives available on the Atlassian marketplace, and making the right decision is not an easy thing to do. So if you're striving in the Atlassian ecosystem and you can't decide which tools will work best for you, feel free to reach out to us. We offer free consultations along with other free and paid services such as free BigPicture Training, paid BigPicture Training. We also specialize in other popular tools on the Atlassian's marketplace such as Tempo, Suite, Structure, EasyBI, and Jira itself. So we can help you, get you up to speed when it comes to implementing Jira or new solutions within your Jira that will help your organization to grow. You'll find more information in the description and on our website. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.